Well, hello out there in Herbalife land. My name is Frank Lutz. I'm an International President's Team member, and I've been with the company since 1980. It's a real treat for me to be here today because after 23 years and so much I've seen through Herbalife, I have a real treat for you today. Today I'm going to introduce you to our brand new, fresh out of the blocks, new Chief Executive Officer, the CEO of the company Herbalife, Mr. Michael Johnson. Michael, Frank, welcome to the Herbalife family.
Thank you very much, Frank.
And I understand you like to go by the name Michael or MOJ. Is that correct?
Well, my initials are MOJ, and as you get to know me better, I'll become MOJ to you.
Okay, great. So listen, MOJ, Michael, it must have been really a whirlwind for you the last couple of days because as I understand it, you've really only been with us intensively here for the last couple of days. So can you tell me a little bit about that? I mean, what's it been like?
Well, I started officially on Monday.
Okay.
And before that, I spent a little time nosing around the company because it was a big decision to come from a corporation I'd been at for 17 years.
Yeah.
But the last 2 days, I had been in the call center, in the distribution center with all of our corporate staff in Century City, and now I'm down here at the Herbalife Broadcast Network. And it's been really uplifting to meet all these people, to see the energy in this company, to see the positive aspects of what we're doing. It's really been a treasure.
They're amazing people, really. The folks inside who help us with everything, the ones who run the company, and the ones on the outside who you have yet to meet. You know, we're going to be broadcast now to all of our staff and all of our distributors around the world. So there are going to be thousands of people seeing this interview. And so I got a few questions I'd like to run through with you just to bring everybody up to speed. And first of all, I'd like to know a little bit more about your background. I understand you were with the Disney International Corporation for 17 years. That's a long time.
I started at Disney in 1986, and my original job with Disney was to run the international studio operations. So I traveled around the world. I actually lived in London for a while and Tokyo for a while. And I set up all of the distribution companies for our product at Disney, which was everything from film, video, television. And we set up offices all over Western Europe, Asia, Latin America, Japan. And up until 1996, that was my job. And in 96, I was asked to head up the Worldwide Video Group, which is about a $4 billion business in 96. So we combined the U.S. operation with the international operation. And in 1999, a new division was created called Walt Disney International. And initially, I was put in charge of Asia for that for 1 year. And then I replaced the gentleman who was president of Walt Disney International, a guy named Bob Iger, who's now president of Disney. And I moved into the position of head of worldwide or head of international for the company, responsible for all of our activities in our theme parks, our movie studio, our television, consumer products, and internet. So that was it was a great career there with a great brand company. And now I've come to a wonderful company with a wonderful brand. And one of my goals is to take this to the next level in terms of branding.
Well, that's great. That's really remarkable experience, and to be with that company for so long. So you're a long-term guy, and that's a good thing to know. You know, one of the things I'd like to ask you about is the last couple of days. What's your really intensive impression about what's going on with the company right now that you like so much?
Well, the positive energy of everybody. I think worldwide there must be this energy that I'm feeling here in the United States with the staff because everybody's been so professional, so welcoming, number one. The things that you see in the way people operate, not only in the distribution center, but in the call center and inside the corporate offices, there's a tremendous positive attitude. 2 weeks ago, I snuck into a meeting down at the St. Bonaventure Hotel.
Oh, great.
I was discovered pretty quickly, I must tell you that. But I talked to a couple distributors without them knowing who I was. Spent some time with them, found out a little bit about their business. But everybody's got this positive, wonderful attitude. They're positive about the product, about the process in which we sell. It's a tremendous opportunity, I think, to see the company close up right away. And, of course, I've got to get out internationally, and I've got to get out in the United States to meet our President's Club members, our different team members, and get to understand exactly how we operate. But what I see right now is a tremendous energy, a tremendous opportunity, and a tremendous brand.
That's great. Well, you know, in order to be successful, we always have believed that you need to be positive and optimistic, and I think that's those are the kinds of people that we attract. And I also understand that you're on the products and that you really like them, and that you've got a couple of special things that you do with them. Can you tell us about that?
Well, actually, I got to tell you a funny story. About 3 months ago, when I was in negotiation to join Herbalife, and I had done a lot of investigation about the company because there's, as you know, that Herbalife has stories. Everybody's got a story in Herbalife, and there's stories about Herbalife. And I wanted to be very careful to make sure that the decision I was making was a lifelong decision, that I've had one career at 17 years. I expect my next career to be my last career, frankly, and I want to join this company and be part of it for.
That's great.
It's my last job. But the story that I'll tell you is an interesting one. We have a gentleman who runs Latin America for us at Disney. His name was Diego Lerner, and now Diego's going to be known worldwide. So we're going to have to bring him in and probably put him on this show sometime, and he'll get a kick out of that. But we were in a meeting about Latin America, and Diego walked in to the meeting. He was with the president of the company of Disney and myself, and we had some problems there. And Diego, just like a lot of guys my age, had put on about 1 pound a year for the last 15, 20 years. And so he was a little bit overweight, or 15, 20 pounds overweight. He walks into this meeting. We're sitting down with him, and finally Bob Iger, who's the president of Disney, stopped and looked at him and said, "Diego, you look fabulous. What's up with you?" And Diego said to him, "Well, I'm on this magic potion that you Americans don't know anything about." Diego said, and Bob said, "Well, what's that?" And Diego said, "Well, I'm on Herbalife." Now, the blood went out of my face because nobody at Disney knew that I was coming to Herbalife. There's a quiet negotiation that was taking place. I called it my night job. And Diego said that, and I couldn't believe it. And Bob said, made a comment about Herbalife. Is it real? Does that product really work? And Diego said, absolutely. He said, it's changed my life. So that was what we call one of those epiphanal moments in life where I came over to the Herbalife side almost that moment. It's a good thing I didn't let the board know that, because it wouldn't have been much easier to negotiate with me than it was. But anyway, I called Diego after the meeting, and he came into my office. I said, "Now, does that product really work? Do you really believe in it?" And he said, "Michael," he said, "it is the greatest product in the world." He said, "I've lost 15 to 20 pounds on this. It's changed my life. I'm healthier, I feel better, I'm stronger." He said, "It's expensive." And I said, "Well, that's good, because the price of quality only hurts once, Diego." So he was a person who was the first testimony to me, a life-changing moment. And he brought me over the line. Now, I've been on Formula One for a few months here.
Yeah, you like the chocolate, I see here.
I'm a chocolate freak.
Yeah, great.
So I've been on this, and I've got my own special shake. I put banana, strawberry, of course, Formula One in there, a little low-fat yogurt, and a little skim milk, and I whip it up with ice, and I like it nice and thick. And I've been doing this every day. The shakes they're my lunch replacement, actually, and doing a protein bar in the afternoon. And like you said you went out running this morning. I'm an ardent triathlete, and so I bike ride, and I swim, and I don't like running very much, but I run. And it feels like I've got a great boost of energy in me.
You know what? I've been on these products for 23 years. I got an immune system and a constitution like a horse. I never get sick. I travel all over the world, and I've got the best health of anybody I know who's not on Herbalife. And that's why I try to get people on it. And you're going to experience the same thing. It's just truly a remarkable product. By the way, isn't that a great testimonial, folks? Isn't that an amazing story? Don't you love that? I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Well, this is really good to know that you're on these products and you like them so much. I understand that you really come from a marketing and a sales background, and you know how to make those things pop. Could you tell us a little bit just about that?
Well, when you come from a brand like Disney, where quality is the byproduct, or is the fundamental product, if you will, of the corporation, most people out there, most of our Herbalife sellers and most of our Herbalife customers have experienced Disney in one form or another, either through a theme park or through a video cassette or through a movie, through some type of consumer merchandise, apparel, software, toy, whatever the product they've touched. It's usually, or 99% of the time, been the highest quality experience that they've had with an entertainment product.
Right.
That's what builds a brand. And that high quality, the things that I saw at the call center yesterday, actually I sat in on a call, and it was a difficult call. And of course they put me with someone who was pretty good, who handled this call very well. But the thing that stuck in my head was the quality of that woman dealing with the distributor on the other end, how well she handled herself, how professional she was. And so my marketing and sales experience tells me that the best way to build a brand is with high quality in everything that we do, whether we're selling the product with high quality, whether the product itself upholds every level that we're selling, the process, the distribution, everything we do.
Service that we give customers,
everything.
High quality.
It's got to be quality, because quality is going to define who we are. If we want to take this company to the next level, and that's my dream.